Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhollow today on the 1st of July? What does that mean? I don't know. The whole calendar's been, well, it's not the whole calendar, but the month of a calendar has been reset. Everything's starting new in July, the month of summer holidays, I guess. I'm not really sure what July's particularly known for, except for just being summer, you know? I said about this before, like, all the holidays are kind of like squashed together in like the winter months, and for some reason like summer is just like one long, I guess it's one long continuous holiday. That's the entire thing, isn't it? There's not like any special like events that I can really think of that happen in July. But anyway, hello everyone. Oh, apart from 4th of July I suppose in America, and 7th of July and for Tanabata in Japan, I can think off the top of my head. But anyway, right now in Fawnhollow it's 4:41 PM on Friday, July 1st 2022. So we're visiting up the campsite. For you artistic-minded out there, you might know that Art Fight starts today, which is something I said I was going to talk about yesterday's episode. I'll talk about today. If you don't know what Art Fight is basically every single July. I don't know when it's been going on from, since like 2010 maybe, because I remember hearing about it very early on, but of course back then I wasn't really much of an artist, and then I kind of like forgot about it for years, and then, you know, I participated in the last 2 years. I'll participate in this year as well. But Art Fight is basically a big sort of art gifting event, is probably how I describe it, where you sign up to the Art Fight account, website with an account. You upload some of characters, your OCs as you call them, or whatever, and then you choose a team. And this year the teams are Team Bloom, which I'm on, or Team Wither, which my friend's on, who I'm gonna be attacking them probably at some point as well. And basically what you do is you just select people, doesn't on either team really, you select people and you draw one of their characters for them, basically donate art to them, and that's, you know, kind of it. You attack people by drawing art for them, and then they can revenge attack you by drawing art of your characters back, or something like that. And then your how many points you get depends on like how complicated the thing you draw is. Like, is it a sketch, is it a lined piece, is it like lineless, is it fully shaded, do you have the full scene going on in the background, etc, etc, etc. And oh yeah, and you also don't get any points if you hit someone on your own team. That's called friendly fire. It's basically like, I suppose, a gamified version, but using art of like some sort of online clan battle, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. And it's a thing which has been going on since like I'm very, very early on, because I remember hearing about it like in the second Art Fight. I don't even remember what it was. It was on like a completely different website, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was some really small event. Because I think back in, hold on. Let me see when Art Fight actually started. Do you think it's got a Wikipedia page? Art Fight Wikipedia? Super Art Fight. No, I guess it's not that big enough. I suppose it's not big enough. Art Fight. I want to know when the first Art Fight happened. First Art Fight. It's been going on for a long time. 2007. That's right. I feel like I first heard about it in 2009, I think. I don't know why that number particularly came to my mind, but that puts me about the right age, because that was when I used to go on an Animal Crossing forum. I talked about this in the Beltree ages ago. And I remember some people talking about it on that thing. And at that time, I think it just took place on like some other random forum, whatever. Anyway, back then I was like 12, so of course I wasn't 11 maybe. I wasn't really much of an artist. I wasn't an artist, you know, at that point. And I had no intention to really do much art. Even though I did like animation and that sort of thing. I was like, I can't do it. But of course, you know, so I just sort of like passed it by. I mean, you know, sometimes I hear about it in passing, you know. But then of course, like in recent years, especially within like the past 3 years or so, I do art now. Like I do a lot of digital art, you know. It's like, you know, I make money sometimes I'm doing digital art as well. That's the whole thing. And I forgot what I was going to say from this. Yeah, and about those 3 years ago, whatever, I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot about Art Fight was a thing. Is that still a thing which is going on? Because I wanted to check it out, because obviously some people I followed on Twitter were just like talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's a thing. Okay, why don't I sign up to do it and, you know, have a little bit of fun with it, you know, and see, you know, good. It's a good way to, one, practice my art, and two, draw like characters who are not just my own characters I wouldn't normally draw, push my boundaries in that sort of sense. So I started 2 years ago in the Team Sugar vs Team Spice Art Fight. With Team Sugar one. It's actually very exciting, you know. I was sort of like, I don't really know what I'm doing, I don't really know my vibes yet, but it's really fun, you know, drawing art for other people and also receiving art at the same time, you know. It's, I mean, you could apply this basically to any sort of hobby. It's just, I suppose art is like a large enough scope that you could actually have a huge community behind it in the first place. which is why art fight's a thing as opposed to, you know, like, I mean, I don't know how it would work in other things. You'd have to be able to create something, but I'm sure you could adapt it to other sort of hobbies as well. But it's just like, this is the easiest thing to do online. You know, otherwise things had to sort of be done in person. It's a bit hard to do it secretly or whatever. I don't really know. But yeah, I basically recommend, if you are an artist of any kind, by the way, digital art, traditional art, it's all accepted. You can even be a sculptor, 3D modeler. I think some people make plushies. I'm not really sure what other, I don't know if writing is written art is allowed on Artfight. But I think it all has to be some sort of physical or visual art of some sort. So if you're any sort of visual artist, why not? You know, sign up for a little bit of art fight, see what you can contribute, see what, you know, you can attack people with your art, and they will attack you with their art. And, you know, it's all in good fun, you know. Despite the fact it's called art fight, it's actually more like a collaborative sort of like gift-giving style of event, I suppose, like, you know, like Secret Santa. You're doing it for the spirit of gifting, you're not doing it for the spirit of receiving, is probably what I should emphasise. But, you know, certainly some people, you know, get a little bit miffed if they don't get any art back or whatever, but, you know, that's not really the spirit of it. But I do understand at the same time, like, if you put a lot of effort into giving out things, it feels like, because the way of feeling reciprocation, I suppose, in this event is by getting art yourself back. If no one gives you any art back, you sort of be able to say, oh, no one really liked what you did, and, you know, that feels kind of bad. I understand that entirely. But, you know, once you're able, I suppose, to detach those sort of feelings of resentment and, you know, understand it's just a sort of gift-giving event, you should hopefully go into all of the expectations that you're not going to get anything back, and anything you do get back is a good real fun. And most people are, you know, good sports about it. I mean, you can check people's different profiles and you can see how often they attack back or how often they attack themselves. Generally, because obviously a lot of different artists do this. Some artists are incredibly popular. They get like tons and tons of art. They obviously cannot respond to every single piece of artwork, or they cannot revenge every single piece of artwork go back. Because if they have like tens of thousands of followers on Twitter, you know, let's say about 10% of them are casual artists, maybe like 5% or something participate on Artfight, and maybe like 1% of their followers in total might actually end up attacking. It's still like 1,000 attacks. No, that's probably too high, but they might get like 200 attacks or something during the entire Art Fight event. That's like doing 200 drawings in 1 month is like ridiculous. It's like 6 drawings per day, or 7 drawings almost per day, which is ridiculous. And unless you're that one artist on Art Fight, which you'll probably know if you participate in that fight, there's some absolutely insane person who does like 1,000 attacks every single month, in every single time in the art fight month. I should see what team they're on right now. I'm not going to attack them. I've already attacked them. I actually attacked them the first time I did art fight, because I was just like, oh, you know, I'm a little bit curious about this. You know, who is this? I want to make sure I get something back. So, you know, I attacked them and they attacked me back, and we did a little chain, and I was like, oh, this chain's a bit boring, but it was good fun in that sense. Oh, what was her name? I feel like I should remember their name. Anyway, Art Fight might get... Well, actually, by the time you see this, Art Fight's probably already been started for about 5 hours or so, but Art Fight's, of course, the website's getting a little bit laggy, because it's, you know, this sort of eve of everything. Not the eve, but like T-minus 2.5 hours or something until it begins. I've already set everything up on my account, so, you know, I don't need to access it anymore. I even downloaded some references of some of my bookmarks, so I won't have to access the site to actually draw, because I learned that from last time, where I couldn't download any of my bookmark references of characters I wanted to draw. Bookmarks being just like, I saw someone else's characters being like, I want to draw that character, but then I couldn't draw them because the site went down. So now I remember their name now. I'm not going to advertise it for them. You'll find out about them yourself, I suppose, if you actually do Art Fight. And it's really cool, you know. I like to see these big community. Well, obviously, you know, I'm quite a social people person. I do like seeing these big sort of community social events being organised, and seeing like all people coming together, being like, "Yo, this is what we do, and let's all do a little bit of fun." Oh my word! In 2021, they did 2,150 attacks. That was last year. What on earth? That was utterly insane. But it's a thing they do. It's because they can act. They can draw quite quickly. They're used to drawing quite quickly. In preparation, they have a ridiculous amount of characters, because they know a lot of people are going to attack them. Then they just know how to draw quickly enough to do something nice. I suppose in that time, where everyone's got their own sort of pace of like how they like to draw things. I like to draw like big old flourishing scenes and that sort of thing. Yeah, and I don't really know where I was going with the rest of that sentence. So yeah, that's basically, if you like to do visual artwork of any kind, I would recommend trying Art Fight. Why not? Give it a bit of a shot, give it a bit of fun. It's, you know, it's only on for a month, you don't have to commit that hard, and you'll get a lot of nice art pieces of it. Just, you know, participate, or if you You can also not participate if you're someone who can't create visual art, but you kind of want to see what other people create. You want to follow other people. You can create an account and tag yourself as a spectator. And that way you can sort of watch, you can comment, that sort of thing. You can upvote, downvote, etc., on other people's things. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's downvoting, but there's some like sort of score system where you get bonus points if people upvote the thing. But like the only way you can upvote is like you have to go to like the voting page, and it will give you a randomly generated image, and you just like, is this worthy of like an upvote or something? I can't remember. I only did it a few times last time because it's a bit of effort, and it's more fun drawing. Anyway, it's just like a good place to push your boundaries. And if anything, this should probably be adapted for more creative mediums. I think would be pretty cool. Like whether you had art fight, you had, I don't know, music fight. You had like I don't know how you would do it. I guess instead of characters, you would have like motifs or like genres you would like. You put it on your page, being like, oh, I like reggaeton, or I like trap music, etc., etc. And then you attack people by creating a small song for them, or something using the genres they like, and then they attack you back by creating a song that you like using the genres that you put, or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, that doesn't translate as well as it does with visual mediums, which makes it a bit difficult. But you could do it with writing. I don't see why not. You could like upload characters in the same way that you do with art fight, but you can have like written biographies about the characters, about the world, and then perhaps you could exchange like short stories with each other. You attack other people's character, being like, here's like I don't know, a coffee shop AU, coffee shop alternate universe, and shit. Bear in mind, people are probably not everyone's going to be familiar with that sort of terminology. And you can attack them back by writing a short story about their character. I think it translates very well to any sort of creative medium. I think you'll be a bit more hard pressed with some more scientific mediums. Like I don't know how you'd adapt it to something mathematical or scientific. Like you write a research paper, or like, oh, I'm interested in group theory, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna make a mathematical discovery. Oh, I guess what you could do is you could have I don't know how this works, but like, you have a profile instead of characters. You set up like maths questions or science questions or whatever sort of questions, like interesting sort of things that you've discovered, and then like you can attack people by solving their questions, and they attack you by solving your questions that you put down. Like that was a thing I heard about. Like I can't even remember where I heard about it, but it was like this mathematical duel thing which can happen. Is basically you can challenge someone. It was ages ago, but you would. Maybe it was like in France or something, I can't remember. Yeah, the top mathematicians who were like vying for this position, they would challenge each other to a mathematical duel, which would basically be like, you write 10 questions, give it to your opponent, they give you 10 questions, and you have like a week or something to solve as many other questions as you can. So obviously you only do it if you have like some questions in mind or whatever, or you can ask. But obviously if you're a mathematician, you spend basically all day studying maths, you can do that. Why not do that? Have maths fight or something like that. I think the problem is because art fight is something which does translate pretty well to a whole wide variety of skills. You get like very novice beginner artists, like this is probably like one of the first like 10 drawings that they've ever done, to people who've been drawing for like years and years, and it's fine, you can exchange them that way. You might think it's a bit unproportional, I suppose, but it's a bit weirder, I suppose, when you do it to maths, at least in my mind, because it'd be like, oh, there'd be like, imagine like a 12-year-old joining maths site or something, and they put like a junior maths challenge question on, and then it's like, okay, they get attacked by like a maths professor or something who just easily solves that problem, and then that 12-year-old now needs to solve like a maths professor's like problem on like, I don't know, lie groups or something, which they'll be like, what? I don't even know what this is. So that doesn't translate well. So I guess you need like a range of, you need to like tag yourself with like your education level or something. So you'd be like, you're in primary school, you're in high school. I don't know why I'm mixing like different schools from different countries. You're in university level, you have a doctorate or something like that, etc, etc. Or no, maybe instead of tagging yourself, you can just tag the questions of that sort of thing, and you had to have like and you can upload like a different variety of questions of that sort of thing. See, I don't think that translates very well, because like the thing with art and the characters is, once you put a character up, like multiple different people can attack that character and it's fine, rather than multiple different people attacking one question. It's like, once it's got an answer, it's kind of done, isn't it? So you need significantly more questions. I don't know. Maybe it should be the other way around. Maybe you should attack by posing questions to people. That could be more interesting. Yeah, maybe you don't need a whole character business at all. You just attack someone else. You know, they put on whatever education level, like what sort of things fields they're interested in, and you attack them with a question, and then they respond back with an answer, whether correct or wrong or whatever, and then done. Do it back and forth, or maybe it should sort of be like, the problem is when you gamify things, it becomes a lot more difficult because like you would need people to moderate the site who would be able to answer all questions, because like what if you asked an impossible question and it's sort of like not in the spirit of the game? I guess you could sort of report the question or whatever have you, but I don't know, and then you need to like upload a verified solution or something, and if your solution's not verified you don't get points. I don't really know how this works. I'm trying to figure this out. Anyway, I feel like there's potential in there to adapt this, I think, to other sort of subjects and what have you. Like obviously if you have a creative medium, as I said, adapt pretty well, like music, you just need a little bit of changing here and then, and you attack themes rather than characters. Works. Writing almost works directly. What other sort of things could you adapt it to? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like I'm trying to think how you do it for programming. I don't think that makes sense. What? Give me a choice of drinks. Do you think you'd always pick tea? Probably. I assume about this what drink I would drink. I mean I only drink water, or I drink tea, which is water boiled with tea leaves. So if anything, I just drink 2 different types of water. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see what's going on, and then, I'm certainly the type of person who likes to give more than I necessarily like to receive when it comes to presents, at least. So, giving people characters, it's a very typical thing. Artists, coming from me, I'm obviously, you're barreled, aren't you? I'm very sort of like non-reactionary. I have quite muted reactions and that sort of thing, but, people on Twitter tend to have like quite like strong reactions, but I'd imagine a lot of people, there's a big overlap of people who do art fight and people who have like big reactions. They always go like, oh my god, it's so cute, etc, 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 and I'm just like, it feels nice. People have such passionate responses. It kind of makes me feel bad that I don't have very passionate responses when people do stuff for me. I'm just like, oh, thank you sincerely, etc, etc, etc. I feel too formal, but at the same time it kind of feels wrong for me to just go like, OMG, you're so cute, oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, thank you, because I'm just like, that just seems fake to me. Not like fake from their perspective. Like obviously they're the type of people who would react like that, but I mean fake coming from me is what I mean. I feel like I'd faking reaction for really no apparent reason. Not no apparent reason, I guess, like a sense of camaraderie or whatever, but like if I type like that, I would just be like, oh, that's not my genuine reaction. I'm much more muted in that sort of thing, and it doesn't convey my emotions properly. But for other people, that's exactly how they convey their emotions. So it's all and I guess the long and short of this conclusion is there's different people in the world, different personalities. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So it's Team Bloom versus Team Wither. But they also got very interesting sort of like I was going to say weather phenomenon. What's wrong with me? They also have different thematics every single year, because it's always two different teams. One team versus another team. I wonder if they've ever considered doing 3 teams, but there's really no point in doing that, I suppose. Well, you pick a side and then you attack people on the other side. You can also switch sides or whatever, and you can also attack people on your own side too. But the teams, the teams number points really don't matter. It's just sort of there as a way of gamifying the idea, the true gift of gifting, essentially. I'm trying to think what we did for previous years. So this year is Team Bloom versus Team Wither. They actually had like a voting thing, or a bit different thematics or whatever. I did not think Bloom and Wither was going to win. I thought Order and Chaos was going to win, but maybe that will win in future years. I don't really know. Which one do I prefer? I like all of them. And I just like thematics in general. I'm not particularly choosy, I don't think. Last year was Team Cyberpunk versus Steampunk. I was on Team Cyberpunk, but Team Steampunk won. The year before that was Team Sugar versus Team Spice. That one I just randomly chose. Like I didn't choose. You can do things where you pre-sign up to one team by choosing a team in advance, which I've done in these past 2 years because I've coordinated with a friend to make sure we're on opposite teams. Just for a little bit of friendly rivalry, really, with them. But like that year, it was my first year. I was like, I don't know what's going on. and it was just me doing it at that time. So I was just like, I don't know, I'll join Team Sugar. I let them decide for me, and they were like, you're on Team Sugar, and I was like, sure. And like Sugar Spice had all things nice. I like both of them. Wait, did we order everything? Oh, I don't even have my notepad open. I can't bother. It's because I didn't record any videos today. I was going to, and I was like, oh, I really can't be bothered. I spent like the past like 10 days in a row, I think, basically recording episodes of my other games every single day, just to make sure I got a big enough backlog for all of July. It was really quite a lot of effort. So now I'm just like, I was meant to record some. Hold on, the series hasn't come out yet, has it? Wait, has Trickery even ended yet? I don't know. I should probably have paid attention. I think it must be close to ending, but I'm not sure if it's actually ended. Has Trickery ended? Oh, it has ended. Oh, but that series hasn't started yet because it's going to start next Monday. Oh, today's Friday. I thought today was Saturday for some reason. So yeah, they had Team Sugar versus Team Spice. I think Team Sugar won then. I can't remember what was before that. I think it was like Team Dreams versus Team Nightmare, maybe. They also had what? I think they had Team Rainbow versus Team Monochrome at some point. I honestly can't remember what the previous themes were. I'm trying to remember what they were in like 2009 when I first saw it. Art Fight previous themes. Art Fight has only been around since 2016. What? Oh, that probably means the website's only been around since 2016, but it has. I'm pretty sure it's been around since way earlier. Oh, you know what's entirely possible? Is like maybe back when there wasn't themes. I feel like I was. What were previous themes? Previous themes history. Okay, it was pre-Art Night. That's right. So Art Night, it's got a history thing. Well, I don't know why I didn't just look at it. Art Fight was created in 2007 by Blanket. It was run on a pet site forum with a small amount of participants. However, in 2013. Oh, maybe that's when I first saw it. 2013. No, because I feel like I remember seeing Pirates vs Ninjas. Pirates vs Ninjas was the one I'm almost certain that was the one I first discovered Art Fight. I saw it. The developers decided to reach out to Swam World. Not able to continue running due to life circumstances, so probably passed on the baton. Makes sense. So the concept was given to Takaya and was run on a forum site in 2015 and took temporarily until she could help develop this site. Cool. So it's only been around since 2016, this website. Excuse me, I need to customize things. So past things, so the first year was Day vs Night, then it was Land vs Sea, then Pirates vs Ninjas, that's when I first heard about it, Past vs the Future in 2013, Zombies vs Hunters in 2014, Colour vs Monochrome in 2015. I think that's when I rediscovered it again, but still I wasn't really much of an artist back then. Even back then I wasn't really keen on posting stuff online. Team Magic vs Technology in 2016, Sun vs Moon in 2017, Coffee vs Tea in 2018, Dream vs Nightmare in 19, Sugar and Spice 2021 was Steampunk versus Cyberpunk. Let's customize the shuffle, and of course it's Bloom, not Bloom and Gleam, Bloom and Wither. This year, they always have really nice like team reveal videos as well. Like they had a live stream. You might have seen it on Twitch because it had like 40,000 viewers basically for the theme reveal. 26th or so I think is when it happened. You might have seen it on Twitch. You might have been like, why is that art? The art category of Twitch like so explosively big right now is because they were revealing the art fight theme. I watched it live and I was like, what? I can't believe this one won. Not like, you know, oh, I can't believe this one won. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I surely didn't expect it. So we know what it was in previous ones. I guess what would I choose in previous ones? If with the added caveat that if I was not trying to coordinate with a friend as well, what would I have chose naturally? Like Steampunk versus Cyberpunk. I think, you know, I wanted to choose Cyberpunk, which is why I chose Cyberpunk. Actually, now I think about it, last year we kind of chose independently of each other. I mean, you know, I do know my friend pretty well, but they were probably going to choose Steampunk, I'm going to be honest. But I do like Cyberpunk. I do like neon themes quite a lot, which is why I chose in the end. Sugar and Spice, I could have gone either way, to be honest. If anything, I suppose Spice suits me a bit better. You know, I don't really have much in the way of a sweet tooth, so it's a little bit strange. Dream vs Nightmare. I'm trying to think, because at 2019, I might have chosen Nightmare, but I think nowadays, if it was a theme this time, I would have chose Dream. Because I do like those sort of like colourful, fluffy themes a lot more, I suppose, than necessarily the gothic ones. Now that I don't have an interest, it's just like what I like drawing more. Coffee vs Tea, I would join Team Tea because I don't drink coffee. Sun vs Moon, I would join Moon, probably. Magic vs Technology. I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's been so explosive. I didn't realise. Like, hold on. 147,000 users last year. 115,000 the year before that. 70,000. That's a 40,000 and 30,000 jump. And a straight up doubling from Coffee versus Tea almost with 38,000. Sun versus Moon was a small jump, 26,000. And then, like, quadrupling from Magic versus Technology, which is about 7,000. I don't know which I would choose. I can go either way with that. Maybe I choose Magic. I don't know, Technology is kind of fun as well. Technology is kind of like robot stuff. I guess I choose Magic, probably. Color versus Monochrome. You know, controversially, I might have chosen Monochrome in that. Monochrome themes are quite fun. Zombies versus Hunters. I don't know what on earth I'd choose of that, to be honest. I think I'll just randomly do that. It doesn't matter. Past versus Future. I don't know. Because I do like quite retro thematics in like a sort of like nostalgic sort of way, so past is quite fun. Pirates versus Ninjas. I probably would have chosen Ninjas, I'm going to be honest. Land versus Sea. I have no idea. Sea, maybe Day versus Night. Well, versus Sun versus Moon again, so I guess I'd choose Night. Actually, no, I might have chosen Day. I don't know. that one I can go either way on. Anyway, Art Fight's a whole shebang. Participate in if you want. If you don't want to, then fair enough. Oh, you might be like, what's my username? Because I don't go by Dear Darling or that. I go by Cherish Cat because that's my art account. I normally keep the two entities separate, but, you know, I guess it makes sense to actually mention it here because this is, like, the overlap. Yeah, but if you're wondering, that's where all my art is. You know, that's why I don't upload any, like, art things to Dear Darling, really, because it's not really my art account. This is more like my playing games and talking about whatever sort of account. So, you know, if you want to attack me, go for it. If you don't, fair enough. And yeah, I'm going to round off this episode here. So happy art fighting, I suppose, if you're participating. Otherwise, happy July, I suppose. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares, I greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.